Hey guys, in this video I will be showing you the basics of a VLOOKUP or an HLOOKUP. So let's open up our Excel document and I'll show you exactly what those mean. So let's say we have these two tables here. So the one on the left is incomplete, the one on the right, and this third one over here, which I'll get to later in the video, have all the information we need to fill in this empty table right here. So what's wrong with just copying and pasting the information over? Well, you could have thousands of entities. You could make a mistake in there, get inaccurate information, whatever it might be. There's a lot of different problems that you could run into. So how do we get past these problems? Well, we use the VLOOKUP. So basically, what that means is so let's say if we didn't use a VLOOKUP, we'd have to, and if we copy and pasted everything over, if I were to change the price over here, it wouldn't necessarily always change in the box on the left because we just copy and pasted the values. VLOOKUP does it so if I changed the price of entity 4, it would change automatically in the box in the left of entity 4. So let's just jump into this and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So to use the function of VLOOKUP, we will open up formulas, go to the lookup and reference, use the VLOOKUP here at the bottom, and it'll give you this little pop-up. Now you can always enter functions manually, but it's always good to do it this way to really break down exactly what it means. So our lookup value is entity 1 because we want to see what entity 1 is over on the right box. So on the left box, it's A2. So lookup value is A2. Table array is the table that we are referencing, so we're going to go ahead and select the whole table. Looks like H1 through J11. Our column index number is, that's the column we're referencing in the table array. So here in our reference table, in the table array range, our column that we're referencing, so there are 3 columns here. Entities 1, price is 2, and code is 3. Price is our second column. So we're going to type 2 for the column that we are referencing. And we're going to go ahead and press OK. And look at that, $2. It already exactly matches, it matches what entity 1 is. So if I change the price of 2 to 3, watch the left box, automatically change to 3. Pretty cool. And instead of manually doing that for each of the entities, because you could have thousands, you can just manually you can just drag this down and look at that, automatically changes them all. So entity 8 $1.15, entity 8 $1.15, entity 6 $1.63, entity 6 $1.63. So with code, which we have over here, I'll enter it manually. So =, VLOOKUP, and if you typed it incorrectly, it'll give you a little pop-up to say exactly what it means. Open parenthesis, our lookup value is A2. As before, we're looking at entity 1. Our table array, we can go ahead and select it, same as before. Except our column index number, the part that's different is that we're referencing now the third column. Remember how entity was the first column, price is the second, and code is the third? Well, we can now put in third because that's the one we're referencing. And doesn't really matter for this next part whether you want approximate match or exact match. We're just going to go ahead and press true. And look at that, C3. And just like price, we can scroll it down and we get the exact codes. So entity 9 is M8. What if we change it to W3? Look at that, automatically change to W3. So it's kind of cool how you can do that kind of thing, or we can make them all C3, or rather C3 through C12, and automatically changes over here. So no matter what we change in this box, it will always change over the next one. Oh, entity 5 is now $100. Let's type in 100. Look at that, entity 5 is now $100. So now with HLOOKUP, it's a little bit different. We're referencing over here to the right this horizontal table here that has our pounds and our size, or sorry, our entity size in pounds here with our weight. So just a randomly distributed numbers here. We want those numbers in size. So it's a little bit different now that we're referencing rows as opposed to columns. So what we're going to do here is do equal sign. Instead of VLOOKUP, we'll do HLOOKUP. And so it pops up saying looks for value in the top row of a table or array of values and returns value in the same column from a row you specified. Sounds a little confusing, but it's not really at all. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we're still looking at entity 1, so that's still A2. Our table array, we're going to go ahead and select it. Get it all the way over to the end. So now we've selected our table array. We want to do our row index number as opposed to our column. Looks like we have 2 rows here, one naming our entities and one naming our size. So our row index number is 2. And a range lookup can be true. And so entity 1 was given as 7, entity 3 was given as 8, entity 4, 3, and so we want to fill those in automatically. Now the thing with HLOOKUP is a little bit different because each time if I were to drag this down, it's going to keep bringing the box down. It's going to keep reading different rows. So what we want to do is lock the box in place by putting the $sign before our ranges here, which will lock the table in place, which will still give us 7, but it's going to give us the values we want. So here we go. That's how you successfully do the HLOOKUP. So now our sizes look like they're on point. Entity 4 is given as a weight of 3. Entity 4 over here is a weight of 3. Looks pretty good. So if we change 8 pounds to 99 pounds or something like that, change to 99 pounds. So that's basically the basics of the V and H lookup. No matter what you change in these, they'll automatically change over the next table. So I think it's a pretty cool tool to use, and yeah.